before we start the pod, if you want to come see me perform stand-up comedy live, you can catch me in Edmonton, Canada, April 10th through 12th. Lafayette, Louisiana, April 17th. Houston, Texas, April 18th to 19th. Portland, Maine, May 29th to 30th. Baltimore, Maryland, July 16th. Washington, D.C., July 17th through 18th. Then I've got my Empty States tour. Idaho, Montana, South Dakota, North Dakota. That's going to rip. And I'm going to be ending up the year recording my debut special in Brooklyn, New York, October 23rd. So come on out, get tickets to these, see that. Particularly Brooklyn, New York, October 23rd. Would love to see you there. All right. All those tickets are available at columtyrrell.com, plus loads more dates on that website. Go check it out. All right. Enjoy the podcast. Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Colum Tyrrell Podcast. You can probably hear in my voice I'm a little bit under the weather. And, I got to just rip off the Band-Aid, as they say here. No easy way to say it. Obviously, I've been talking to friends and family the last couple of weeks about this shit. But, I have asshole cancer. I got it from just having gay sex. Now my asshole is full of cancer and AIDS. AIDS cancer. Just my asshole. My dick is fine because I'm a bottom. But my ass is now full of cancer, and that's why my voice sounds a little odd, because my vocal cords are actually located up my asshole. I had a surgery removed. I had a surgery because I liked how deep my farts always sounded so deep. Like a real man, but my voice was always so nasally, so I got them to remove my vocal cords and shove them right up my ass. Just kidding, April Fools. I don't have ass cancer. Joke's on you. Joke is on you. Dumb fucker. You dumb cunt. That's what you get. I don't even know where April Fools came from. By the way, it's one of the worst. I've always hated April Fools. I've always figured it was like this. It's bullshit. First of all holidays, right? Aren't they for kids? But Christmas and even Thanksgiving and Easter, aren't where you're eating a lot of food. I enjoy it. Valentine's Day. I love a fucking Valentine's Day. I'm not too gay to admit it. Me, my girl, or any girl, out on a day, couple of cocktails, some pasta. You look good, you're dressed up well, you treat them. It's a nice fucking night out. You're fucking getting drunk. You're getting a fucking blowy. She's freshly waxed. What's fucking better than a little bit of Valentine's Day fingering in an Uber on the way? Like, that's fucking fun. Halloween, I'm not a big Halloween guy. Halloween is not my cup of tea. Everyone has to dress up. The fireworks, you gotta have a low IQ to find fireworks fascinating. I don't think they're entertaining at all. I'd much rather see someone blow something up. I like when you see those videos of fireworks and that, it's completely an illegal backyard fireworks. Some low income, whatever the lowest income house is on your neighborhood, they are in charge of the fireworks. That's an international rule. Whichever family has the least amount of income, they will always have the best fireworks show. It just goes hand in hand. I'm not blowing some shit up. Just going to remind me of Iraq. They always blowing shit up, and every now and again they'll set off these fucking repeater things, and they fall over, and then they're getting fired into someone's kitchen. That I like. That I like. Some dynamite, some explosions. New Year's Eve, amateur hour. You deserve to get date raped. If on New Year's Eve, that's your own fault if something happens to you. Suicide night of the year. Right? He dropped something in my drink. No, he didn't. You were fucking sculling champagne since 6 p.m. Okay? No, you didn't. Cosplaying as the Great Gatsby. Fuck New Year's Eve. The next year will be different. No, it won't. No, it won't. You know why? Because you are you. You're not changing this. Trust me. I've seen you. I change things because I'm a fucking go-getter. But you're fucked. You're fucked. Enough of this telling everybody what you're going to do. Do it. Just go do it and then we'll see you. We'll see you doing it. All right? And April Fools, I never got it. Do the old fucking handshake, the Dennis the Menace handshake, you know? You shake someone's hand and electrocute them. April Fools, fuck you. I'm gonna cheat on my fucking fiance today. April Fools. I went and fingered your cousin. April Fools. I leaked your nudes online. April Fools. What if it was something cruel? You just text people something like, hey, I just want you to know that you really mean a lot to me. I was thinking of all my friends that really mean a lot to me. And I just want you to know I care about you. And then you go, not. April Fools, no one loves you. No one loves you. I'm sick again, as is just the regular, like not for nothing. This podcast is essentially just a diary of whatever the fuck is going on in my life. And if there's something in the news that I want to comment on, I will throw in my uneducated, uninformed opinion. I'll lob it in there. No different than anyone else out there. Everyone else is chiming in willy-nilly. You just don't have the balls to put it on the fucking microphone. So I'll chime in too. Knowing damn well I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about. But I'm sick again. A few weeks ago, it was a terrible flu. Maybe even longer than that. 5 weeks ago, terrible flu. Like full on fucking just fucked up flu, right? Everything that you can, runny nose, headaches, can't get out of bed. Then a couple of weeks ago in Denver, throat infection, some sort of nasal infection type of bullshit. Now it's a chest. Now I knew last night going to bed, my chest was starting to feel. Now I'm coughing up fucking green bullshit. Is it the vaccines? Maybe. I know you guys didn't do it, right? Apparently now that it's all said and done, not one person got vaccinated. You all knew it. You all had this fucking... No, I knew better. Did you? Or are you just lying about who you are on the internet? Right? Is that what you're doing? Everyone on the internet drives a fucking Ferrari, makes all their girlfriends come multiple times a night, invests in crypto, knows how to run a podcast. I'd be fucking great on that podcast. If I had a conversation with Big J, he'd be crying with laughter. Everyone benches 700 pounds. Anyway, I got sick, but I got this ring. I don't know if you're watching on the YouTube channel. Leave a little comment. We are getting buried on YouTube these days. I'm not have to get rid of video. I don't even like having video. I got this aura ring. It's on my wedding finger. I'm not married. All right, ladies. Okay? There's still plenty of time. Plenty of time for you to send in your tit pics. That's not cheating. If you send me photos of your tits, there's nothing I can do about it. I'm just observing the world. But I got this aura ring where it tracks your menstrual cycle, lets you know if you've got any food allergies, tells you your star sign. But it will track my sleep, and it tells you how well you're rested. I don't know how scientific this shit is, but I'm getting into that. I'm getting into my Brian Johnson era of self-care. Self-care. Gotta make sure you're eating healthy. You gotta look after yourself. Your body is a temple. But it's exhausting. Sometimes I wish I could go back to the times when I just didn't give a fuck about anything. I would sleep all day. I'd fucking eat a bacon, egg, and cheese at like 6 o'clock at night, and then I'd go into work and I'd do shots and I'd drink with the locals and I'd get paid cash and I'd close the bar down at 2 o'clock in the morning, and then I'd waddle across the street to someone else's pub and I'd stay there till 7 o'clock in the morning, boozing my fucking tits off, and then I'd go asleep all day. I'd never lift weights. I'd never read a thing. I wouldn't have a clue about any sort of trying to sleep well habits or nothing. Now I'm sitting around going, it's Sunday. Maybe I can treat myself to like a protein bar. Anyway, I'm tracking this stuff at the Oura Ring, right? Just like I'm literally gonna be like that billionaire Brian Johnson who measures his kids' erections, right? I'm gonna be strapping shit to my fucking body. So now I'm a little sick. I've written that down in the app, trying to figure this out. It's gonna take a couple of weeks of me tracking my sleep, especially because I sleep on planes and shit. I'll be waking up every second. I know it's hacky to fucking talk about planes, by the way, because I fly every weekend, but not for nothing. What the hell is this shit? I just got an email about a flight wait, it's almost time for your trip. Yeah, I know that. Why are you telling me this? Oh, they just booked it. Oh, okay, that makes sense. They just booked it. Okay. Sorry. This that I should have my phone off, but that has happened to me before where I've gotten it because I booked the right. I've booked the wrong flights before, and I'm getting emails and alerts about my flight coming up, and I'm just ignoring it. That's happened to me where instead of booking a flight home on a Sunday, I booked a home on the Saturday by mistake. And I'm sitting there on a Saturday and I'm getting all these alerts like, blung, your flight, you ready to check in? Blung, your flight is today. And I'm just ignoring it going, it's not till tomorrow. I've just missed the flight completely. So ever since then, I've been rocked. Anyway, I shouldn't have my phone on. Sorry about that. Sorry, the very unprofessional free podcast. Anyway, I'm trying to get back. That's what I'm doing. You've got two ways in this world. You can either be the fella who just sits in his garden, drinking Pabst Blue Ribbon all day, listening to Jimmy Dore. that could be your job, just sitting around with a big gut, listening to how they're making the kids trans or whatever. Or you could go down this way, where I'm gonna be vitamins. Hitting the gym, tracking my sleep. Me and Andrew Huberman are going to have a little gaggle of fucking whores. Anyway, so I'm tracking the sleep. I track my workouts. All right, I only do that because I forget. I'm too dumb to remember the weights that I lift. Does anyone ever do that? That's always embarrassing too when I'm at the gym and I'm like adding on plates and shit, and I have to take out the calculator and I go, okay, so the bar's 45, and then that's another 45. Okay, plus 2 10s is 20. Like, I shouldn't be that dumb. I should not be that fucking stupid. Anyway, that's why I track my workouts, only because I can't remember what's going on. But I need to figure out a way to pool all this information. I've got an app to track your calories. I rarely use it, but I'm going to start using that. I'm going to figure this out. This time next year, I'm going to be a big, beautiful black man. I'm going to be a light-skinned black man. I'm going to be 2 foot taller. My dick will be hard. Wait, you see. The Oura Ring's going to change everything for me. But I'm sick again. I am sick again, and it's fucking nuts. It's fucking nuts that I'm sick again. But how do I tell Oura? Like, I need to tell the Oura Ring because the Oura Ring is new and it's tracking me. It's going to give me two weeks of letting me know what's going on. I need to be like, hey, I'm feeling a little under the weather. Just so you know, this isn't my regular temperature. I'm under weather temperature. Anyway, I don't know. I knew that was coming. What do I have to take? Mucinex or something like that? I'm also trying to drink fucking... Whatever. I'm getting married soon, so I'm trying to look... The goal is to be at my absolute physical and most attractive peak I've ever been. I'm not gonna get in the sun. I'm trying to get my teeth wider. I'm not drinking coffee without a straw anymore. Apparently that helps getting rid of all that coffee staining. So now I'm only drinking cold coffee, and cold coffee kind of stinks. I can't drink hot coffee through a straw. That's fucking crazy. Probably fucking melt. Plastic straws? Are you kidding me? Can we, come on. Can we get rid of the plastic straws? Are you kidding me? That's my favorite type of comedy. Well, where they come out and they complain about shit that are kind of like, it's not, like, it's just like a slight annoyance. You ever get on an elevator? You're going up to the 8th floor, someone gets on. Blunk. They're going up one floor. Take the stairs, you fat fuck. What the fuck? You're slowing us all down. You ever hold the door open for someone and she doesn't say thank you? Fuck you. I hope you get cancer. I hope you get fucking cancer. I buy a coffee. Next thing you know, they spin the machine around. What would you like to tip? Hey, I'm not fucking tipping. I showed up at CVS the other day. They spin it around. What would you like to tip? Here's a tip. Get a better job. I'm not fucking tipping, iPad bitch. Can we fucking all agree? Fuck the turtles. I'm not drinking with a paper straw. 5 fucking sips. It's dissolved in my mouth like a fucking cardboard man just blew it low down my throat. Yeah. I didn't suck off the Michelin Man, okay? Give me a fucking plastic straw. Kill the turtles. All right? We got fucking Vegas lit up like a Christmas tree. 24 hours a day. Every day of the year. And you want to give me these fucking light bulbs? Energy saving light bulb? Yeah, because that's going to change, Ann. It's always so funny. Okay. All the flights are done. Anyway, I was traveling this weekend. Went to Columbus, Ohio. Shout out to the Midwest. I fucking love the Midwest. Next time I'm out there, I gotta be just getting drunk. There's no other way around it. The Midwest is designed to just get shit-faced. I don't know about the summer. I don't think the Midwest is your summer vibe. You know, I get it. You go out there, it's the summer. Everyone wants to sit outside, have some cigarettes. I think the Midwest is a nice winter, fall, or spring kind of, when it's a bit chilly, everyone in their work boots, even though they're unemployed. There's no ambition. There's no, like, we're going anywhere. No one's trying to lose the weight. No one's even, Ozempic, no one's even trying Ozempic. They just don't, I'll eat my cheese curds and my whatever bullshit deep fried fucking hot dog. Or I was out in Columbus. I've been 3 times Columbus. I never left the hotel once. So next time I go out there for sure. But those shows are incredible. Shout out to the Attic Comedy Club. I'll definitely be back. Right up my vibe. Tiny little 100 seats, 2 shows. What's better than that? No more sticking collie in these 400-seater improvs when 12 and a half people show up. No, we're doing tiny little rooms. Slowly but surely every year. Now that my agency has realized that I'm not selling Bill Burr's tickets, right? I know Sarah Squirm of SNL has to add 5 shows at the Wilbur, but Collie T can do a show in your van. But yeah, shout out. Catch me on the road. I've got loads more cities coming up this year, which I'm excited for. Salt Lake City, asshole fucking country. Come on now. Let's do a little bit of soaking. I'll jump up and down on the bed of 2 teenagers. Is that illegal? Now that I said that out loud, that sounds horrifyingly illegal. Is that bad? All right, if you're about 90, if you're college kids, all right, no more. I'm not helping any high school kids. Imagine getting cancelled. I helped two 16-year-olds soak. What were you doing? I was jumping up and down on the bed on one side while they while they had their genitals interlocked. Yeah, I don't know. But if you're 19 and you're looking to do a little bit of soaking, I'd like to do the one where you're both standing up and you somehow you stick your cock in it, and then there's two mattresses either side, and we run into you like football practice, like finish. I'll give you some good moves. I'll shake the fuck out of you. I'm shaking the bed. You like that, bitch? I wonder if anyone's known as the best soaker. Like, oh, you got, dude. Like the girls. Obviously, if you don't know what soaking is, I can't help you. But apparently, I don't know how real it is, but in Mormon countries, in Mormon counties around Utah, where they can't fuck before out of wedlock because it's a crime in the eyes of the Lord. They stick their dick inside of a lady and they don't move. Just don't move. Don't even look at me. Don't move. I would probably bust a nut just like doing that. Just the idea of someone going, stop. Ugh. But apparently sex only counts as the movement. Because God will hear you fucking stick your dick in there and go, what the hell's going on down there? And then you go, I'm not moving. And he goes, you sneaky fucking Mormons. Go home to go, But I shall reward you with 12 wives. So that's what they stick like that. And then what they do is they get a friend to get on the bed with them and they jump up and down on the bed like kids in a hotel. And then the motion of the bed is actually what causes the friction and makes you fuck. So surely there's got to be a couple of jumpers, we'll call them jumpers, that like are actually the most sought out jumpers. They're the best ones. They don't just go crazy. They take it nice and slow. They put on some R&B. They really get into it, you know? They're making eye contact with the girl and she's like... like word gets around going, how was it? And they go, oh my God, it was incredible. Tom is the best jumper. Tom made you come. Tom's making these girls just have multiple O's. And the guy I was actually fucking had nothing to do with it. And everyone's like, he's the hottest kid in town. He's the best legs. He can jump on beds for hours, dude. I was doing flips. Maybe. Anyway, I don't know if I can be involved in that. If you live in Salt Lake City, if you're a couple of college kids and you want to throw some sort of weird Mormon party where I can somehow help you soak, I'd be all for it. I know it sounds creepy as weird, but hey, let me indulge in your... Because I think that's weird, by the way. It's already fucking weird. It's already fucking weird what you're doing. And it definitely fucking counts. In the eyes of the Lord. It counts. I don't know if sticking in the ass counts. One thing about Ireland is we never really had that. You know, we were ruled by the Catholic Church, and having sex out of wedlock was considered relatively bad, but it wasn't. If you got pregnant, it was really bad. They sent you to these things called the Magdalene laundries, okay, which were essentially labor camps, big buildings like prisons, where these young women who had babies out of wedlock were sent. And it was called the laundries because they did laundry there. I don't know what sheets they were washing. I truly have no idea. It was like a factory, but I guess back in the day, like they would wash the local sheets, like the way you would go down to some Chinese laundromat in America and get your clothes left off. You would go down and drop your sheets off at the women's prison. Their only crime was fucking out of wedlock, getting pregnant out of wedlock. And then, so they would go into these prisons, and some of them were kept there for life. Some of them were never allowed to leave for the crime of getting pregnant outside of wedlock. And then the kids were born, and the kids were murdered. A lot of these kids were just murdered. They were just that's how religious the nuns and the Catholic Church were. That these were sin babies, so they would just toss them out the window into a big pile of dead babies. No joke, no joke. Google like the tomb. I believe it was tomb in Galway. The mass graves. There was like mass baby graves. Some dude was like building a guest house on his land that he inherited off his father or something. And they were digging, and then they found a bunch of bones. And they're like, what are these? All these bones. And then they hired some professionals, and they're like, yeah, these are all baby skulls. And they found like a 500 to 1,000 dead baby skulls just buried under the ground at one of these locations. And then the Catholic Church is like, sorry, we were kind of terrible the whole fucking time. Anyway, that was my just letting you know what I had to grow up in. There was no soaking, but there was Magdalen laundry. Didn't close till the 90s, by the way. Didn't close till the fucking 90s. All right. What's going on in the news? This Snow White, I gotta weigh in on it. Everyone wants to know. They say, Collie, what's your opinion on the Snow White movie? I gotta tell you, I'm not a fan of woke backlash or whatever the thing is. I'm not a fan of when movies come out and now The Little Mermaid is black and everyone's like, this is a fucking disgrace. I kind of never really gave a fuck. In my mind, remakes and sequels are usually already so bad anyway. Why not make Shrek Puerto Rican or something, you know? Why not have Donkey, remake Donkey as a pony or whatever bullshit you want to do. Let's redo The Passion of the Christ, all female cast, right? We got Judith, played by Jude. You know, we have a female Jesus. It's the girls, and she gets fucking lynched at the end or whatever. You know what I mean? Have some fun with it. I guess that people were mad about Snow White at the beginning because she's a little Mexican lady, a Latinx Snow White, which again, if I'm watching, I don't really know. I don't even know the story of Snow White too well. Some old bitch had a stepdaughter, and then she said to the mirror, who's the prettiest? And they're like, your stepdaughter's the prettiest. So then she like banished the kid. And she left, and then she met a bunch of midgets in the forest, and they are like, hey, come live with us. And she hung out with them. They went to the coal mine every day. She just sat on her arse while the animals cleaned the house. She didn't really even do anything. And then she ate an apple that had rohypnol in it. She fell asleep. Some Prince Charming, he saw this girl who was passed out, and he went over and gave her a little kiss. Slipped a finger. Little kill, like in Kill Bill. My name is Buck, and I'm here to fuck. He gave her one of those classics. 30 minutes. Hey, it's $50 for 30 minutes. $80 for the hour. No biting. And this one is a spitter. Okay? No biting, no bruises. No one will interrupt you now for the hour. He gave her one of them, and then she woke up, and I don't know what happened then. The evil stepmother or whatever, she died or something. Anyway, great story, classic story. Don't be afraid to just start tongue kissing a girl if you see her passed out at a bar. You know what I mean? That's the lesson that we all learned. But I'm your Prince Charming. Anyway, she was Latino, so she goes up and she goes, yo, fool. There was the Seven Dwarfs. They're black now. They've remade the Seven Dwarfs as black, right? There was fucking Doc Martens, Lazy, Ashy, Menthol. There was the Late. There was Louder, and Steely, Robbie. Those are the seven, seven dwarfs. They were black. I ho. No, we're sitting at home today. I ho. It's off to the social welfare places. Today we go. That with a bucket and spade. Anyway, there was they made the new movie. And everyone's up in arms. She's Latina. She's hairy. I saw that stuff. She posted some shit about Free Palestine. She tweeted about it. And now apparently no one's watching the movie. I don't know if that's truly the case. I don't know how many die-hard Jews, Zionists are going to the movie. I don't know what percentage of America are really cinema-going Zionists. When was the last time you went to the movies? Has been full of skull caps and curly hairdos? Has the cinema stunk? Has the cinema stunk like robes that haven't been washed in fucking 100 years? Is there a bunch of ladies there dressed like the children of the corn? Right? I don't know how many of these fucking Hollywood execs are really going out to watch these movies. But she tweeted a little Free Palestine, and you know what, man? You know where I lie. the IRA. We'll fucking... I've got your back, Hamas. I've got your back. But I don't know, like, truly, I don't know how many people, like if that counts. I don't know if that's why. I think the movie just no one gives a fuck. I just think no one gives a fuck about a remake of this movie. Because, first of all, I don't think Snow White was Snow White even important to anyone? Wicked is like this, it was a new, fresh kind of fucking thing. Snow White's a story from the 1700s or some shit. Anyway, I gotta say, I don't want to weigh in. I feel uncomfortable nowadays weighing in on these chicks. I'm fucking 34, about to be 35. This girl is like 22. She's an actress, whatever. But I did see her, an interview with her, and this is the first time I've ever even heard of her. She did come across as an annoying cunt. And sorry, but you know what? You're old enough now, honey. You've made more money in the last couple of years than I've made in my entire life. But you're old enough now to have someone come in and say, hey, it's one thing to be political, but you actually come across as a really smarmy, annoying cunt. I saw someone interview her and she's like, and what's so special about this one? And it's like, Prince Charming literally stalked her. Miss me with that. Bah, or some bullshit. And you go, fuck you Gen Z cunt. Like, she just has a smarmy fucking attitude. Really unlikable. And like, you gotta have someone in PR come over to you, public relations come over to you and be like, yo, you're coming across as a little bitch here. Can you fucking chill out? I'm not the best. I'm an unlikable dude, right? I get it. I'm unlikable. But I'll live like that for the rest of my life. I'll just as happily go back to driving trucks every day. I'll have peace in my life. If someone cancelled me, properly cancelled me. The problem is I've no success, so you can't cancel me. But if I was really cancelled, so cancelled that they said, you're never allowed on podcasts again. You're never allowed to do stand-up again. You can't have anything online. And I had to go back to driving trucks. That'd be not bad for me. I would drive trucks. I would drink every night of the week. My only goal would be getting overtime so that I can save up money to put my kids through college. Like, there's something nice about that. So that's why I show up to comedy clubs and I go, hey, this club stinks. Your comedy club stinks and your wait staff suck. And I don't mind burning those bridges. And but there is also a part of me that's like in awe of how some people can float through life. There's a real Hollywood thing to it. Always be nice. Always be smiling. Never really do anything. Jimmy Fallon's perfect. Jimmy Fallon, I've met the guy. I've done the Tonight Show. You guys know it. Jimmy Fallon, like, he's perfectly on the fence all the time. He'll shake hands and go, oh, nice to meet you. And yeah, or nice to see you. And how are you? Oh, I've no opinions. And he sort of just mirrors the world around him and he laughs at things loudly. And that's kind of all you got to do in life. Just show up and think, oh, I've never even heard of Palestine. I don't know what Israel is. I've no opinions. What do you think of pineapple on a pizza? What do you think about pineapple on a pizza? Because that's the answer I'm going to give. There's nothing wrong with doing that. There's this weird young ambition of like, you know, this problem is you got to get a real job. You got to get a real job where your boss shows up and your boss is a fucking retard. And they're telling you to do stupid shit. And then when you get a chance behind his back or her back, progressive, you talk to your buddies and go, what a dumb cunt. I can't believe they're making us do this. This guy sucks. And then he turns around and goes, hey, sir, we're just talking about how great you are. Here's a coffee. You got to go through that part in life where you just fucking bite your tongue and say nothing. That's because she's never had a real job. So she's like, I'm just going to be opinionated about this shit. Is it the coward's way out? Yes, it's the coward's way out. Biting your tongue. Not standing up for what you believe in. But be a coward floating in a fucking swimming pool in the Hollywood Hills. Like Leonardo DiCaprio's fucking character in Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. That's what you want to do. Just be the guy slurping on a fucking pina colada at 2 o'clock in the morning in your beautiful heated pool. All you got to do is just pretend you've never even fucking heard of the Middle East. I genuinely respect that now. That's like a skill. That's like a Zen-like warrior to be able to just go, I'm not going to do anything. And anytime I meet someone, I want to go, hey, so good to see you. You're great. I'm all smiles. Like, I'm in awe of that years later. I always hated those cunts too. Anyone I've ever met in comedy, anyone I've ever met doing stand-up that I've always liked, they've always been a bit of a miserable cunt and no one likes them. And I always like them. Because I tell you what, they're being honest about who they are. But I reckon she's done for. No offense, but I reckon the support that it's a character thing. It's a personality trait. I think she's fucked. I don't give a fuck about what she tweeted or anything like that. I just think she comes across as a grating little fuckhead, and that's not gonna work. Maybe I'm showing my age. Maybe girls who are in their 20s love that. Yes, queen, boss, bitch, tell them how it is. But in my experience, that's not going to be what people want. April 1st, my plan was to give up television shows for the month. Is that possible? I want to start watching movies. I want to stop watching TV and I want to start watching movies. Because I think TV just drags out. Like, you sit down and go, oh, this great new show. It's 8 episodes long. It's like fucking such a long ordeal. A movie, even if a movie's bad, you're in and out in 90 minutes. Good luck. You can talk about it forever. The shots are usually better. Every scene is like crucial to the show, to the movie. I'm not watching, I watched that one thing. By the way, this is my theory too. If you're making TV, if the 2 biggest shows that have been out right now, there's Adolescence. How the fuck did my fucking little kid fucking stab a girl? What the fuck? He was always such a fucking good boy. Right? He fucking stabbed her. Oh, I'm not a fucking nonce. Here's 2 things about that show, right? This is the truth. And I think TV's, hopefully there's a change going on here, because the 2 biggest shows on TV, Severance and adolescence. Both of them are like, they make the audience work for it. I think we've gone through this phase of, what's that? We've gone through this phase of TV just spoon feeding you horse shit where you kind of just know what's going on. You know, every show is kind of just like a regular drama. And I think after years of like true crime documentaries and trying to figure out what's going on, that's what we need for, because everything, we're so distracted by our phones and our, as I get distracted, our like attention deficit disorder, right, is just so through the roof with everyone that it's nearly impossible for us to get glued to a show, right? And I think Adolescence was good and Severance is good because Severance just constantly keeps you guessing. The reason why Severance was good in any way is because we don't know what the fuck is going on, and every single episode is us going, what the fuck is happening? And I think studios hopefully are starting to learn that, where it's like, don't spoon feed us diarrhea. Make the audience fucking have to pay attention and work for whatever the fuck is going on. Don't have some simple horseshit plot. It's about 6 people in a hospital, you know? It's like, shut the fuck up. And you know what Adolescence did? It's like the reason why No Country for Old Men. Fantastic movie. Who's that? The Coen brothers, I'm guessing? I don't know. But I'm not about to give you a spoiler, by the way, for No Country for Old Men, so you might want to skip ahead a little. I'll give you guys a couple of seconds, and then I'm gonna give you a spoiler for No Country for Old Men. Only because No Country for Old Men is such a good movie. It would be heartbreaking for to tell you this, but the main guy, the main character, the main protagonist, he gets killed, and you'd never see it, which is like just fucking insane to have a movie where the principal character of the whole show or the whole story is murdered and you just never see it. It's just alluded to, essentially, or it's just said. It's like, what an incredible fucking choice to do that. And Adolescence had a lot of that. Adolescence, a show about some kid who's wanted for a stabbing of some girl, and they never really show you the stabbing. They don't show you him going to court. They don't show you a lot of the shit. It's not just like a regular, normal, linear bullshit. It's day 1, it's day 3, it's 3 months later, it's 13 months later. Each one, it's just, and it's none of it's really the main part of the story. It's all about the shit around the story. And it's shot in one take. It's that one take thing that keeps you going, keeps you. We're so used to now, the opposite of everything in life. We're so used to cuts. Every Instagram fucking story, every Instagram fucking clip of a podcast, cut. Keep their attention. Keep, like, you're getting this shunt that you're. Nowadays, we're so used to that. Actually, a long scene of one big long take, it's fucking more entertaining. It actually keeps your attention longer. The best first episode of any TV show I ever saw was a show I watched called Umbrella Academy. And it's about these kids with super hero strength or some shit. They're all superpowers. Some bullshit right there. And I watched it. And it starts, and one of the brothers is missing. And they're all talking about how he just went missing and they don't know what's going on. And there's like a whole thing, but like undercurrent of like what is going on, and then he shows up. That's what happens, is he shows up or something. I can't really remember. Anyway, the whole first episode was, I remember finishing it going, this is the best first episode ever. There's so much shit going on here, and I'm like, I think that brother went missing. I think that he has this and all that type of shit. And then I finished it. It turns out I accidentally started on episode 2. I had accidentally started 2 episodes into the season, so I just missed the first episode where they explained everything. But that's what I read. Episode 2 was most shows need to learn this. Stop fucking telling us who everyone is, what they're doing, what's going on. so we can just like zone out. Let me fucking work for my supper. We're not retarded. What is going on here? I've got all these alarms set for today to stay track. Loads of fucking texts and stuff. Anyway. Yeah, make me work for my supper. That's all I'm saying. All right, look, that's about 40 minutes into this episode. But also accidentally once, I think it was season 1 maybe of Ted Lasso, which really, I actually thought Ted Lasso season 1, if I remember, was incredible. And then it was so bad after that I never finished it. But I definitely finished season 1. Anyway, there was one of the first 2 seasons. And the final season was incredible. The final episode was one of the best finales of any season I've ever seen. It got to the end. It had all this kind of shit built up. All this kind of character stuff. Just tension. What's going to happen with him? What's going to happen with that? Bam. Season ends. And I remember going, holy shit, what a great way to end a fucking season. None of this shit is tied up. We don't know what's going on with the characters. We're left in suspense. Can we figure this out? Turns out it was the second to last episode. And they did actually tie up all that bullshit in the end. So it wasn't good. So that's just anyone who's writing a script out there. Think about it. Maybe fucking give your fucking audience a little bit of fucking credit and intelligence and let them work for it. We'll figure it out. That's how you'll watch it. 2 biggest popular shows on TV right now. They make you fucking kind of work for it. At least. Adolescence, not so much, but it keeps you fucking in there. And Severance, at least it keeps you constantly guessing. I don't think these shows are perfect, obviously, by any means, but anyway, I'm fucking done with TV. I'm going to try all of April. I'm going to try just watch movies. And I'm also going to start buying DVDs. I'm getting back into DVDs, man. Fuck this. I'm heading down to some sort of farmer's market or wherever they sell organic DVDs. You know, some sort of like, you know, whatever. A yard saley type of spot. You know those type of fucking places? I'm going to buy a bunch of fucking DVDs and I'm going to own them. And whenever I want to sit down and watch Reservoir Dogs, I'll be able to just watch it. I don't have to scan through, oh, should I rent it here? I'm going to just have it. There'll be no ads, never any ads. And we'll just watch it. And when we're finished, then we're finished. That's what I'm doing. I'm getting into DVDs and I'm going to just buy loads of them for cheap. And that's all I'm ever going to watching. Sometimes I wish I didn't have anyone in my life. Because if I lived alone, the type of shit that I'd live with, I'd probably have no fucking... I'd get rid of Netflix, Hulu, all those stuff. Wouldn't have anything. Maybe I'd have YouTube TV for some sport. But even now, I'm trying to cut back watching the sports stuff. But just DVDs. What's wrong with that? If you were to head over to someone's house and he's like, oh, I've only got DVDs, so what will you watch? You could have fucking 300 there. It'll take you forever to watch all of them. All right, listen, that's the end of the podcast. Thank you so much. Head off to patreon.com/Colum Tyrrell. Get yourself some bonus episodes. $2 a month. Practically giving it away. That's 50 cents a week. Are you kidding me? Can't even buy a fucking beer for that. Catch me on the road, columtyrrell.com. Don't forget my special, my debut, or my first like full-length special will be recorded in Brooklyn.